So for the big part here, to make sure we're doing it, we have to find some tools that we can use. Now, some people work best if they've got something on paper. Right? You can go get an agenda. Right? Often the little coiled notebooks. The nice thing about agendas is that, well, for one thing, you don't have to worry about the batteries dying in them when you need them. Right? You don't have to worry about whether or not the Wi-Fi is going to be strong. If you have a paper book, it's all in here. The downside is if things change and you want to make changes, it can be hard to make a lot of changes in the agenda. So for that, you can use a lot of smartphone apps. With some phones still have the buttons, but there's apps for just about anything. And some of them might even be provided by your teacher. A lot of universities will use Canvas instead of Google Classroom, but there are a number of options. But I do recommend you have some kind of calendaring software to keep track of your appointments, as well as some sort of to-do list software to make sure that everything here is ready to go. Now, there are a couple that I like to use myself. So Google Calendar you are familiar with. This is my view of the Google Calendars we've been using per term with the Physics 30 class, the Math 20-2 class, our Math 31 Calculus, and then Math 30-2 throughout the day. So I've been going through as the term goes and making notes of what's happening in each of those classes. I also use Habitica, Habitica, so it's like habitica.com. There are free apps for it, and I can set up everything I need to do. So you can set up your habits of things you want to check on a regular basis. So if your process email is one of the defaults, if you're not good about keeping up with your email, then you can set up an account or a habit to check your email and reward yourself every time you do it by hitting that plus. We've done it once. We see the little +1 comes and notifications come up. We can look at the daily tasks, and you can make these to happen every day or just certain days of the week or the second Thursday of the month. You can build those any way you want, and you can have it just focus on the ones that are due. So I've got checking for a new device request for approval, making sure my lesson plans and assignments are up to date, updating School Cloud with today's marks, which I have actually done for these two classes as well. I can check those off. As I get them all checked off, then the whole day is done. And it's not that class I've got done, it's this one. So I've got all of these set up for each of my courses. And then once I finish that to do for the day, I can check this box. So over here, under the scheduled tasks, these are the ones you only have to do once, like recording the first part of study skills, scheduling, and the tools to do it. I gave myself a deadline on that. It's due 6 days from now. I actually set all these deadlines for one day before we need it in class. So I can set these schedules up for everything that we need to do. And then each day I log in. And why is this different than other to-do trackers? It's because it's actually gamified. So this is my character up here. I'm wearing the armor. I've got a pink pet lion, a green dragon. I've got a scythe. I've got right now about 75 gold, which I can spend on these rewards. There's still 123 random jackpot rewards there. Up to level 83, so I've got a number of these already done. As you're working, you can randomly get eggs or hatching potions and food, which you can use to feed your pets, and you can get quests to unlock more. If I go to the equipment, you can see all the equipment that you've bought or rewarded. That's the outfit I'm wearing, plus the gear that we have that change your stats. In the stable, I have unlocked all 90 pets, and you'll see there's little progress bars under them. I can feed these pets. Some of them haven't been fed in a while. I was holding them for this video. You feed them the food they like 9 times or food they don't like 27 times, and you can turn them into a steed. Once you've grown them into a steed that you can ride, you can hatch one more pet that doesn't need fed. And there are achievements to go along with that. There's the quest pets that we can hatch out. So the black paws mean I've never hatched that one. If you've got the bottle and the egg next to it, that means you've hatched that one before. So we can hatch these pets and build in the stable. I've got 61 of the 90 standard mounts, but I'll be able to get more of those. Those are the ones that we hatch out up top. And all of these work towards your achievements. So there's an achievement board here too. So I've got 72 21-day streaks, 206 perfect days. There's other achievements for having gotten all the mounts, or all the zombie mounts, all the white pets, tamed all the pet mounts. Right. There's onboarding achievements, seasonal achievements. There's a list of all the quests that have been completed, challenges won, and there's also different, well, you've got your stats. There's different classes. You could pick whether you're going to be a warrior or a rogue, a white mage, a black mage. It's completely up to you. You can create a party with other players to hold yourself accountable. So right now we are working on defeating the monstrous mandrill and the mischief monkeys. That is the current quest. We'll unlock new animal eggs and pets. Once we complete that with these 7 members, you can join guilds that'll help you stay on track. There's challenges that you can complete. So if this, I find, it is a little more engaging than other to-do lists. Some people want something simple, so they can just log in, see, here's what I need to do today, check, 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 check. Oh, look, it's clear, and feel good about it. I like that extra layer of engagement that I get from this type of gamification. So these are just some of the tools, but again, it's key that you find ways to keep on track and to make sure that you are working towards your goals.